How you going? I'm Simon Reindl, Principal Consultant of Advanced Product Delivery. In this next video series, I'm going to be talking about the impact of poor internal communication on procurement teams and why lean agile procurement can help. In this series about communications, what's some examples? What's some good examples? What's some bad examples? A bad example of ineffective communication. Long time ago, I was working as a build and release engineer, and I'd built something and I'd released it to an environment, and as part of the build verification test to make sure that the package had deployed correctly, I was just checking things. And I had a monitor up and I noticed the CPU spiked to 100%. That's bad if you don't know what it means. It means that all the capacity of the computer was used at that time. You should never hit 100. That's really bad. Something's broken. I approached my project manager and said, I've noticed this, here's the image, here's the evidence, blah, blah, blah. He turned around and said to me, what are you doing? You're not a tester. I'm ignoring this information. That then went on to go into production, and it cost a lot of money to fix and repair. There was a memory leak, there was poor code, but because that person refused to accept it because I wasn't the right category, that generated financial risk, it generated business risk, it slowed the thing down, and it had an impact on the customer. So that's possibly the worst example of poor communication ever. Somebody is trying to share something, and it's usually bad news, and somebody else shuts it down. We don't want to hear bad news. Now, a way to test the fidelity of communication in your organization is bad news travels quickly and accurately, not through the social network, but through the formal communication network. That allows leadership to make good decisions promptly. That means the message is not getting stuck at any point. I was working with another client, and there was a key decision that needed to be made. And because we're bringing together working practices and shaping things up better, this critical decision needed to be made. It got escalated. The person who had to make the decision had the decision, was concerned that it was beyond their remit, quickly went to the executives that said, like, I have this decision. I'm concerned this is out of my remit. They worked together to make the decision, and it cascaded down in 3 hours. That is an example of good communication. When that happens and the escalation of a decision flows up, connects to as highest possible level, sometimes it has to go to the CEO, and then flows back down quickly and accurately, you have good communication. Bad news should travel without stigma, fear, or favor. That means that your business information flow is accurate and timely. Now, this should happen across departments. This should happen particularly with procurement, with finance and risk as well. Because the decisions you're making in procurement will have a material impact to the bottom line.